When asked to describe Boris, faculty and staff members comment about his kind spirit, his humility, his leadership. Adults have witnessed Boris grow from the once reticent student who spoke little and whose core strengths fell more into math and science into an eager learner of all subjects, from STEM to arts to humanities and to philosophy. He's someone who has woken up to his wisdom these past 4 years. He has cultivated and acted upon the tools he's developed during his time at Bay. And he is someone who's beyond ready to make great change in this world. In other words, I would call Boris a bodhisattva, an enlightened being who has the opportunity to transcend this universe, but through self-sacrifice, generosity, and love, chooses to devote his time to bringing out the best in others. He certainly has brought out the best in me, and I'm confident he will bring out the best in all of us today. And with that, I'm proud to introduce Boris Kotome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Boris Kotome, and I wanted to take a moment to thank the amazing and incredible faculty for believing in me and inviting me to be this year's graduation speaker. I could not be more thankful. Class of 2019, we made it. It is an honor for me to stand here as the Bay School's first ever DACA student. I would not have been able to be up here without the unconditional love and support of both my parents. Mami y papi, quería tomar el tiempo para agradecerles por todo el amor y apoyo que me han dado estos últimos años. Este éxito es la culminación de nuestro trabajo como equipo y apenas estamos comenzando porque nos viene mucho, mucho más para el futuro. Los amo. I love you. So coming into Bay, I was shy, quiet, and introverted. Coming out of Bay, I'm still shy, quiet, and introverted. But there's really a large difference in who I was before and who I am today. I came to the United States when I was 2 years old, holding the hands of my parents who were 20 years old at the time. When going to kindergarten, I didn't know how to speak a single word in English, so I relied on my teachers, my friends, they're over here as well, and learned from them. I grew up becoming comfortable with the reality that I was behind compared to all my other classmates in every single class. Coming to Bay, I thought I would be put in the same position, but thankfully, things switched completely for the better. For the first time in my life, I felt validated for the way I transcribed my thoughts into paper. Never had I been celebrated for the way I strung words together in the foreign language that seemed so distant to me once. I began to visit the Bay Library more often, which is where I was able to experience the flourishing of many lifelong friendships. It was at that place I immersed myself into literature and found a passion for poetry. The Bay Library offered me a safe place for my intellectual curiosity to expand, and it was at that place I found my best friend, Anna. In just 4 years, I was able to build two important pillars of my life. I was able to accept myself as an intellectual student who has a love for literature, for biology, and many more areas of study. While accepting myself intellectually is crucial and important, I also had to think about my place in this world. Teachers like Miss Lynch and Miss Wagner taught me the power of intersectional feminism and the importance it has in our society. They gave me the tools that allowed me to become a disruptor to the way our patriarchal society runs. The teachers at this school, regardless of the class they teach, embody their beliefs, which pushed me to look at my own. They helped me build the pillar of care for this world and for those who need better support. I remember sitting up there as a 9th grader and listening to the student graduation speakers. I'll never forget when Shiva said, "The Bay School is the most diverse white school in the Bay Area." And after 4 years of being here, I can confirm that to you all. Since freshman year, the word nuance has become a staple of this school. We've been trained to look at the world through different lenses in order to understand the multidimensional reality we live in. The pillar of nuance became a pillar I never expected to construct here at Bay, but it ultimately revolutionized the way I saw myself and my peers. Our experience in this world is much more than just our skin color, our sex, and our race. What makes us human is the nuance we all embody. Being a person of color today brings a set of challenges I didn't know how to deal with 4 years ago. I know what it's like to be the only brown student in a classroom. I also know what it's like to be the only DACA student in a school and having a slightly different college process. And I also know what it's like to be a brown student getting admitted to an Ivy League and having people around you think you got in because of your skin color. But I'm beyond grateful for my community here and class because you've all made me stronger and made me celebrate my identity. You've all made me realize that in order to create a change in this world, I need to break down the internalized oppression I've carried throughout my whole life. Bay made me realize that I don't have the responsibility to educate my peers. But instead, Bay taught me that I have the choice of molding the world I want to live in one day. Bay taught me that the most important validation is the one I decide to give myself. When tying all of these values and lessons together, I can't help but come to the conclusion that we're all complex humans that are still finding our places here in this world. We spend time looking at what makes us different and understanding the roots of racism, sexism, and all the other isms that create a system of suffering within our world. Bay taught me and all of us that what makes us unique and similar at the same time is the complexity that forms every single one of us. All of our identity markers come together and create the dialogue we have with society on our daily basis. But the biggest lesson I've learned here at Bay is that I carry my own home within me. Throughout my 4 years here, I've constructed the pillars that holds up my home. As a student of color, an immigrant, low income, Latino, first generation student, I've been conditioned to think that the validation of others trumps the validation I can only give myself. I used to define myself with these identity markers as an outline, which forced me into a series of stereotypes I thought I needed to fulfill. But I realized that there's much more to me than just my exterior. The importance of home within myself travels beyond these identities I just named. They create the person who I truly am at my core. This home is evolving every day as my world's view is broadened and challenged. For all my life, I've searched for a place to call home. I would have thought that Bay would have become home, but instead, this school taught me that I am my own oasis, and that home is wherever my whole self is. This is the culmination of all the lessons we've been taught here. It goes beyond the analysis we do on papers, the labs we write, the books we intellectualize. I will carry the sanctuary I built within myself forever and wherever life takes me. I wanted to take a second to thank every single one of you, class of 2019. To you all, I truly say thank you. You've all created a community that made my thoughts and intellectual mind feel validated. You all broke down the boundaries I put myself in as a freshman, as I thought I would be judged for who I am in my exterior. You've all made me feel welcome, feel appreciated for my talents, and most importantly, gave me a safe place where I can challenge myself. Class of 2019, you've changed the lives of teachers here, the staff faculty, and mine. You made me realize that it is okay to be low income, it is okay to be Latino, and it is okay to have darker skin. I am proud of who I am, and I owe it all to you. I hope you all realize the strength you've cultivated in not just me, but in those who are sitting right next to you. I can't wait until all of our paths meet again. But in the meantime, I hope you all never forget that only we hold the power to build our own home, our sanctuary. So wherever you are, no matter how far, I want you all to know that we hold all the tools we need to become joyful, successful, and disruptors of this evolving society. As long as you hold home within you, you'll always find yourself. Thank you.